Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're doing well. The fragrances I'm sharing with you today, you need to know about. Now, I'm not trying to put any pressure on you or anything, but if you don't know about these, all I'm saying is Armageddon. I mean, if you want to watch the world burn, cool, man, but I'm doing my part. Also, it is like midnight when I'm filming this right now, so I know you can't see windows behind me because there are strategically no windows. But my brain, it doesn't work the best when it's in the middle of the day, but right now, oh my God. Everything I talk to you guys about is gonna be linked in the description. Feel free to check it out down there, and guess what? We're gonna hook you up, or at least one of you. One of you will get hooked up, because I got a Tom Ford that I'm giving away. Ooh, there it is, still sealed. Pristine. Is that the new power? You scream pristine? I mean, that sounds okay. Pristine. All right, let's get started. Let's do this. Let's go ahead. First up, this one right here, Mont Blanc Starwalker Extreme. Now I have to warn you, they're lying. This is not extreme. Mont Blanc, I'm on to you. You thought you could get away with it, you scumbag? Yeah, you piece of trash? Not extreme, it's average stream. Yeah. It's not the strongest thing on earth, that's what I'm trying to say, but it's good enough. It gets the job done, it's cheap, it smells good, and it came out at a weird time. So Mont Blanc, you guys know them, mainly from Legend and Explorer, but Starwalker, the OG, stuff is solid. I actually really dig it. It's got kind of like a relaxing vibe to it. It's got bamboo as one of the notes, has this kind of like green or watery aesthetic. It smells good. A lot of people use it actually as a bedtime fragrance. Yeah, that type of scent that gets you ready to tuck in. It's actually pretty good at that. But it is a little bit like a cult classic. You know, it's got like a niche following. It's not Legend or Explorer, like I just said. But they came out with this, Starwalker Extreme, basically out of nowhere. No announcement, no nothing. It just popped up online, out of nowhere. And at the same time, they came out with this one, Individual Tonic. Also out of nowhere. And between the two, I think this one is way better. Individual Tonic, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, trash, it kind of sucks, yeah. If you like that one, shout out to you, it's not that bad. They weren't looking when I did that, right? They tricked them. But we're not talking Individual Tonic, right? We're talking Starwalker Extreme. Like I said, performance is not great. The extreme in the name is just there for funsies. It's not serious. Fragrance itself has a lot of tonka. It's got some sandalwood in there, apple, along with citrus, pineapple, lavender, and even aquatic notes, interestingly enough. It's kind of like a fresh, sweet combo type of scent profile. Again, a lot of that tonka coming out as it dries down. Vaguely similar to something like Gucci Guilty, which is a huge compliment puller, and this one is pretty good at that as well. And for the price point, it's a nice little fragrance to have in your rotation that you can bust out from time to time. Good during spring and fall, and you can also pull it off during summer and winter as well. Next, I want to talk about this right here from Pepe Jeans. This one is so bold, intense. Kind of an interesting bottle style right here. The atomizer is built into the top, which also has a little carry handle, I guess. Or maybe you could string this up, right? You could like run a string through there and you could hang up your bottle as decoration. For some reason. Not sure why you do that, actually. It's a stupid idea. This one you can find online, a little under 30 bucks, and you can find a tester for even less. I actually bought a tester of the original So Bold, and interestingly enough, it came without this top part screwed on. So when you get the full presentation, it's put together. But when you buy the tester, at least if it's like mine, you have to put it together yourself. Again, I'm not sure the thought process behind that, but it's fun. Note breakdown on this one, a little bit interesting. You have aldehydes off the top along with citrus. You also have tonka as it dries down. Lavender, leather, and amber as well, some of the other notes. The atomizer is, it's okay. It doesn't feel the best, but it disperses a decent amount of fragrance. And the scent profile is a little bit similar to a number of others out there that make use of like a sparkly kind of vanilla. So it could remind you of a ton of different things like Invictus Victory, Invictus Victory Elixir, some of the Stronger With You fragrances, some of the Scandal fragrances, some of the Wanted fragrances, like again, just a bunch of stuff. Essentially, think of every single designer fragrance that is kind of in that overall style over the last 5 years. you know, warm, spicy, vanilla, ambery type of scents. Take all of those and blend them up, and it's kind of this. And so for the price point, again, under 30 bucks, smells actually really good, and the performance, solid too. Assuming you can get enough of it on your skin with the little atomizer there. So Pepe Jeans, once again, coming through in the clutch with a cheapy scent that you can pull off easy, that smells way more expensive than it costs. That is also a really solid compliment puller too. Pepe Jeans, it's one of the secrets, man, Pepe Jeans. They're cheap, but they work. Look, nobody's ever gonna smell Pepe Jeans and be like, bro, that's the most natural smelling citrus I've ever smelled. But can you wear them and pull compliments for like pennies on the dollar? Sure. So if that's what you're after, get yourself some Pepe Jeans. Now, of course, you could spend a little bit more and get something way higher quality. That is also an option. And if you wanted to spend a little bit more for a nice designer fragrance, maybe for fall and winter time, you could get this. Gentleman Society Ombre. I do think to an extent that this fragrance will appeal a little more to people that are into fragrances just in general. Vanilla, tobacco, narcissus, a bunch of different woody notes. Also have nutmeg and clary sage in there off the top. It's got a really nice, rounded sweetness. So it is deep, it's sophisticated, classy, a little bit dark, and it has a touch of like almost dark honey, you know? It's not like hardcore sugar or bubblegum style, but you have a little bit of that like richer, deeper type of sweetness and a little powder as well. Quality, great. Fragrance smells awesome. For me, of the Society fragrances, the 3 Gentleman Society fragrances that are out so far, that's my favorite. The next one comes to us from Afnan, and it's Historic Sahara, which with this one, bottle actually looks kind of cool, at least in my opinion. And the presentation, the box is magnetic. Yeah, so like when you take the top off, it's magnetic, but then the cap of the actual bottle is normal. They did a 180 on us. They faked us out. Usually it's the magnetic cap and then just a normal box. They were thinking outside the box and they said, what if we put magnets into the box? But then left the cap just like normal, just kind of crappy, like standard. Will people think it's sick? Probably not, but let's do it anyway. Afnan basically just wants to watch the world burn, so. Cool. So this one right here, you may be able to tell just by the color scheme, just the coloration of the bottle. This is a clone of Altair from Parfums de Marly. Maybe you've heard of that one. Yeah, perhaps. It looks like that. Let's hold this up. Do you see the color? It's pretty, like, you get it now? Cool. So this is a little twisteroonie. Not exactly a one-to-one with Altair, but very obviously that's what it's inspired by. It's got a little bump in the spice, aspect. Orange blossom ramped down slightly, so gonna give you a very familiar scent profile. Also, just like Altair, great for compliments, amazing for fall and winter time. The quality, really good. Just a little difference, a little change on that DNA for you. Talking about changed DNAs, Aquade Dhou Elixir is next. And with this one, they did do a magnetic cap. Whoa. It's like a fidget toy for people who like fragrances, essentially. And I will say that Aquade Dhou Elixir has grown on me quite a bit over the past number of months. And I might actually bust this one out quite a good deal when fall rolls around, which feels like that will never happen right now because it is insanely hot. Like, please make it stop hot. I think just the other day, the heat index was 107 outside, which is this in Celsius. It's the humidity, man. It's unrelenting. Back to this, Aquade Dhou Elixir. Yeah, it's grown on me a lot. Haven't been wearing it outdoors lately. And that's because it's, you know, it's a little heavier than the other Aquade Dhous. It has that Aqua Fahrenheit mixed with Aquade Dhou sort of DNA. And I don't know if it's my mind playing tricks on me or what, but it does smell much richer when I smell it now. It smells better put together than when I initially got this in and smelled it for the first time. So it's kind of like a grower, not a shower. One of those ones that you initially go, oh, yeah, it's okay. And then you wear it more and you start to go, it's actually pretty good. Before we go to the next fragrance, code time. Code time. The Gift Express code, do you know? It's been updated. The code is still Gents15, but now it gets you 15% off any order over $400, 10% off any order under that. But Good news, you can use it unlimited times, unlimited power. Previously, it was a one-time use code. I ain't got time for that. Then of course, there are the standard codes for the perfume box, Frag Flex, and many more. So use those codes when you shop at those stores to save yourself some money. Now, one that I have enjoyed quite a lot right off the rip, still do quite enjoy, and it has low-key become a little favorite of mine to wear when I just want something I don't have to think about, that's versatile, that is usable pretty much year-round. Just one of those scents, you know, that you can keep on your desk and just grab, spray, and go. It's this one. It's Montclair Sunrise Pome. This one right here used to be very hard to find at discounters. You essentially couldn't, and I actually bought it full retail when I was in London, of all places, a while back, quite a while back. But I smelled this in store and I was like, it's pretty good, I'll take it. And the main reason I paid full retail is because at the time, you really couldn't find it at discounters. Nowadays you can, it's like 75 or so. And maybe you could find it a little bit less, but even at 75, it's still a solid pickup. In terms of notes, it's got bergamot, pink pepper, lemon. You have suede leather in there, sage, vetiver, and incense as well. It's gonna kind of very faintly remind you of like Absolute Aventus. Maybe if you gave it like a little itty bitty spritz of like Sauvage on the back end, but at the same time, it doesn't smell the same as either of those. You know, it's doing its own thing. But it's one of those situations where if you like those fragrances, you'll probably like this one. Absolutely, though, closer to that Aventus side of things than the Sauvage. You know, it's not like 50-50, it's like this, okay? And instead of saying Dior Sauvage, actually, you could just say like generic blue fragrance Osity, like some of that with Aventus. So your, you know, Bleu de Chanel's, your Dylan Blues, your Missoni Parfum, stuff like that, a little bit of that. Instead of just straight like Sauvage and Broxton. We're going Aquade Dhou once again next, but not an actual Aquade Dhou. It's Bentley Silver Lake. At discounters, you can find this for like 35 bucks. Mad cheap, but that goes for all the Bentley fragrances for the most part. It's kind of funny, right? Some of the most expensive cars, and then they're like, oh, here's your fragrance, and you can find it for like $29. I'm not arguing about it, I'm not complaining, and I know it's the discounter effect, but still. So note-wise, lemon and mint off the top as it dries down, violet leaves, lavender, some amberwood, musk. It is similar or draws comparisons to Aquade Dhou Essenza, which is long since discontinued and now is expensive. Yeah, pricey. And Aquade Dhou Essenza is kind of like back in the day, ish, you know, at this point, it's been a while, but that was a different time frame, right? That was from the time when flankers were not non-stop. Nowadays, you got flankers coming out every year with every line, right? Back then, not as common, which is one of the reasons probably that it died a long time ago. But if you want to relive that fragrance, you can get this one for like 35 bucks. And it'll get you most of the way there. Next up, the Icon. This one is Attitude. So this is another one about 30 bucks. Color scheme looks cool. I like that gradient, looks nice. It's got a really interesting note breakdown. Off the top, lavender and geranium. Oh, that's actually like the most generic combo possible. Yeah. But as it dries down, that's when it gets a little bit more interesting, a little bit more. You have pear, mandarin, caramel, musk, sandalwood, and pink pepper, which you would think, oh, that doesn't actually sound like it would go together, but it works. It has that lavender geranium combo, like I mentioned at the beginning, that you have probably smelled 52,000 times. Really safe, clean, easy to wear. But then as it dries, you get more of this sweetness comes out, that pear, that caramel, and that's going to draw it a little closer to a number of other fragrances out there while still actually maintaining its own identity to an extent. So there have been some comparisons drawn to Scandal from Jean Paul Gaultier, which is back over here. It's not the same as that one. That one is much more heavy on the caramel. This one is more a mix of fresh, more concentrating on the fresh, with the sweet kind of underneath coming out more as it dries down. So you can think of it as a fresh fragrance with some aromatic nuances to it, very clean, and then that bit of, like I said, sweetness coming out as it dries down that helps keep it really attractive. You know, good compliment puller, not anything that's necessarily gonna blow your mind as far as being something earth-shatteringly new, but it is one of those ones that you can bust out just about any time for 30 bucks. Invictus Aqua. is next. Who amongst us does not love Invictus Aqua? I mean, we all put your hand down. Invictus Aqua is great if you're looking for something that is fresh and sweet with an aquatic feel that you can wear spring, summer, fall. It has good performance that is definitely on the bubblegummy side of things, but that still works. Like, I remember when this came out, the original first iteration, and people really loved it. And at the time, I was lukewarm on it, not super sold. I did like it more than the original Invictus. Then it got discontinued and brought back in a different formula, and discontinued and brought back in this formula. And smelling it today, it actually still smells modern. And I know it didn't come out that long ago, the original one, but it's been a while. The drawback with this Invictus Aqua was that when it first dropped, it was only in duty frees. So you had to be like on an international flight, and they had to have a perfume store there, and it had to be carrying this, and then you could find it. And of course, some people were selling it on eBay for jacked up prices, but they have made this more easy to find now. So thankfully, not a huge pain in the butt to pick it up. And we're gonna finish with this one. This is DXB by Maison Azrar. It's another one that is fairly new at discounters, so the price hasn't really like dropped a whole heck of a lot. Not that it's crazy expensive or anything, it's like 45, but you know the drill, right? You know the drill. Starts off here, and then it goes down there, down there, down there. Talking about the price. I don't know how else that could have been like misconstrued, but that's what I was talking about. So what is this one? Well, I mean, the name doesn't tell you anything. Bottle doesn't tell you anything, right? DXB and just a silver bottle, could be anything. It is a play on Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton. And you know the drill with Afternoon Swim. It smells great, nice, citrusy, very appealing, amazing vacation fragrance. Like great to take to the beach or any kind of warm place where you are vacationing. It's that type of scent. Actually, I brought it on vacation to the beach solely because it puts that kind of thought into your brain. You know, if you wear it every day on vacation, then you smell it again later on, it like takes you right back. For me, that's when it's best. But the drawback with that one is performance El Succo, at least for the price, right? This one does amp the performance quite a bit, comparatively speaking, pumps it up. So you're gonna get that citrus, you're gonna get that ginger, also musk as it dries down. So, you know, pretty simple as far as the note breakdown, fragrance itself, but it's well executed, smells great. Spring and summer, amazing scent. You know what else is good for summer? This, Neroli Portofino. This is by Tom Ford, of course, like I said, still sealed, 50 mils. So hopefully one of you out there will enjoy this one and get a lot of use out of it. So usual stuff, here we go. The rules of the road, the giveaway. You have to subscribe, you have to comment, you have to like. In the comment, what do you need to do? Tell me a fragrance that you think people should know about. It doesn't matter what it is. Clone, designer, niche, indie, whatever. Let your freak flag fly. I'll pick a winner with random comment picker, post it up on the post tab of the YouTube channel. Hit me up if you are the winner. I will ship it out to you. It goes with the fragrances over here that are awaiting. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourself. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.